Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a pre-recorded video and welcome to another Twitter reaction video. I knew I wasn't gonna be home today, which is Friday, so I sent out a tweet earlier this week asking for you guys to just give me some sports takes now that the off-season is, well, pretty much done for acquisitions, and I got 567 responses. Thank you for that, by the way. So real quick before we hop into it, don't forget to use code WyattzWorld on G Fuel or Prize Picks. Save yourself a discount on any G Fuel products or match up to $100 of your first deposit. That's all I got though. Let's get into me reacting to your NFL takes. Alright guys, so real quick, I just like to show my handle on Twitter before the video starts, so if anybody would like to follow me to participate in future videos, they can. But here's the tweet, and let's get rocking. First one we got is from Mike. He says the Bills are not winning more than 7 games. Okay. I just need the season to start. Michael says the Commanders are still terrible. I agree, I do. Next up, this is from Electra, and I forgot I said sports takes, not just NFL, so we'll have a variety in here, but they said the Mavs in 7 against the Timberwolves. Yeah, keep it coming, keep it coming. We weren't gonna keep it together all year, remember? Then we weren't gonna beat the Suns, then we weren't gonna beat the Nuggets, and now we're not gonna beat the Mavs. Boy, I can't wait to watch Luka cry like a little bitch for 7 games. Jack Tube says the best logo in sports? What even is this? Absolutely not. This is horrible. I don't even want to say what I think that C stands for. Calm Francis says Sean O'Malley is going to be a bigger star than Conor McGregor was for the UFC. See, the little bit I know about the UFC, and it is a little bit, I don't know about this one. I like Sugar Sean. He's actually one of the few fighters that I follow up with and watch, but I don't think Sean has a mouth like McGregor to make the name and the aura around him like McGregor had. Sean certainly has the image, but part of the reason Conor was so big was because he went so far, too far, all the time. Boswellberg says golf is harder than baseball. That, not a chance. They both involve a lot of mechanics, but bro, like this guy says here, Jake, the golf ball's not coming at you 100 miles an hour, giving you a fraction of a second to decide if you can hit it or not. Like, you have to have an extreme amount of talent to be good at either of them in different ways, but like, this was an asinine statement. Noah says, I have 2. First, Caleb Williams will be the biggest bust in NFL history. You know, I've read that a lot. A lot of people don't like him. I don't have anything against him other than the fact that I think he's a cocky douche, but player-wise, like, I keep my mouth shut on that. Second, he says the Timberwolves are the best team in the league when Jaden McDaniels is hot. You know, it's funny. Just talking about that on Twitch this week, I was literally just saying, when he scores, we don't lose. Literally, like, we do not lose if he scores 20 points. Boston sports fan says the Bills won't make the playoffs. Again, we're doing this. Your mother isn't making the playoffs. Liam Eshelman says, will Levis finish his top 5 in passing yards? That's not an insane statement at all. I absolutely agree. I guess I shouldn't say I absolutely agree where I would have him like set in stone doing it, but the level of surprise I would have if he did finish in top 5 would be about the same level of surprise I'd have if JJ Watt came back to the Texans, which it sounds like he's gonna do. I like JJ, but the word retirement is a fucking joke. D-Main says Cat will win finals MVP. No way. For 1, we gotta make it there, and for 2, he's way too inconsistent in the playoffs. It would be Ant, if anybody. Got a WWE one here from Nathan. He says CM Punk should win the Rumble. It depends on what direction they're going with at the time. I don't think he necessarily needs it, although I wouldn't be opposed to it. If you're asking me right now, I think the winner of the Rumble, unfortunately, is without a doubt The Rock. DeLynn Christie says Ravens go all the way for a ring. I don't know how you're gonna do that when you don't have a quarterback who can play in the postseason. Hey, the Ravens fan started it with the first tweet in this video. I'm finishing it. Jack Pinn says Daniel Jones will have a comeback year and throw for 3,500 yards, 25 touchdowns, and rush for 1,500 and finish with a 10-6 record and a wild card win. You gotta give me the exact location of the dispensary and the exact strain of marijuana you are smoking, because I gotta fucking try this. Connor Augustine says NXT was the best wrestling show on TV from 14 to 21 before 2.0. Never watched it, never have, never will. I can't get into it for some reason. I don't know. I'm sorry. Rose Comet said if you watch F1, I don't know what the fuck that is. Oscar Piastri wins the Monaco Grand Prix. Yeah, I gotta agree on that, you know. Although I think that one guy from that one place who drives that one car, he has a chance to do some crazy things. And Dark Striker here says, hot take, even when Aaron Rodgers is coming back, I do not see the Jets making the playoffs. You know, a lot of people have been saying this. I don't agree with it, but I fucking hope you are all right. I really do. I really hope that I am just overlooking everything, and I'm just giving him way too much credit. Dino Dimes here says, I think LA Knight will take the Intercontinental title from Sammy, and if not Sammy, then he takes the US title from Logan Paul. Yeah, it'll be the US title. I don't think he'll take the Intercontinental Championship, but could be wrong on that one. This one is another wrestling one from WWE Scoop. He says, if WWE counts, then I think Jey Uso does not deserve the slander he gets. Sure, he is pretty one-dimensional, but hey, look at a guy like John Cena. I already responded to this one, and I already talked about it on Extra this week too, but John Cena wasn't throwing punches and dancing like a fucking circus clown in between moves, okay? Jey Uso is a clown. Uptown Squirrel says WWE takes more athleticism than baseball. That's true. I mean, baseball, you're not doing backflips and shit. I mean, that's just the flat out truth. Mark Solid here says Henry will rush for 1,500 and the Ravens will break their own NFL team rushing record. Okay, they might do the second part. I don't think Henry is going to rush for that much, though, just because Lamar is going to take a lot of opportunities away. I mean, the Ravens just don't run the ball that much with their running back. Sure, they haven't had Henry up until this point, but I feel like he is going to have a good year. It just won't be a career high because they have a quarterback who takes the ball up so much himself. Chillax says, my take is that the Phillies beat the Mariners in the 2024 World Series. Nah, the Mariners aren't going. I love them, but they're not going. Side note, don't you think it's crazy that the Eagles have played Kirk Cousins on primetime in week 2 at home for 3 years straight now? That is a little bit odd now, isn't it? Najee Rosario says the Giants will win 8 to 9 games if Daniel Jones stays healthy. Why are you guys acting like you're going to be better if he's healthy? He is dog shit. He isn't going to make your team any better if he's there or if he's not. Braden Davidson says, I still think Jordan Love is mid. I think your mom is mid. Dally Baby says, Derrick Henry, 931 rushing yards, 16 touchdowns. Now that's honestly, that's about what I was thinking. All right, this one's from Adam. He says the Jags finish last in the division. I won't bet on it, but the possibility of it happening, I'd say, is 50-50. Logan says Jordan Love and the Green Bay Packers steal the NFC North title from the Lions and fall into the NFC Championship game to the Philadelphia Eagles. They could battle for the North. They certainly could lose to the Philadelphia Eagles in the championship game. Like, none of that is unrealistic. I just can't help but feel there's a little bit of bias coming out of your profile picture. This one's from Zach, who is my cousin. He says Christian Watson and Dobbs are both going to be the top 10 wide receivers for total yards this year. I can't tell if he's serious or if he's trolling. He's a diehard Packer fan, but he also knows that I don't like Christian Watson. So I don't know if he's fucking with me or what. Eagles69 says the Bills and the Lions missed the playoffs in 2024. Honestly, I'm just addressing this because I remember you because your name is so fucking stupid that I think I remembered every stupid response you've ever said to me. Thomas D says NHL playoffs are the best out of the 4 major sports. Just no. It's not true for a number of reasons. One, you can't tell someone who doesn't like a sport that their playoffs are better than the sport that they enjoy. Like, it just doesn't work that way. And two, if the NHL playoffs really were this great, I feel like I would be into them, but they're not because I still can't find a way for me to give a fuck about hockey. Don't worry though, Thomas. We can still be friends. Rose Comet 18 says the Seahawks make it to the divisional round. You drinking, smoking, snorting? What did you do before you made this tweet? Bread the Don says the team that gets Bronny in the draft is getting Lapuki and probably at least 1 ring before he retires. I agree whoever gets Bronny gets LeBron because he has openly basically said that's what his intentions are. For them to get a ring? No. Looking at Bronny, like, honestly, other than the fact that his last name is James, why the hell does he have hype behind him? What did he average, 2 points a game in college? Uh-oh, we got another one about the Monaco Grand Prix. This guy Strexes says Charles Leclerc is gonna win it. Yeah, man, I forgot about him too. He's a really good racer, but I still think the one guy from the one place driving that one car, he is a real underdog. And ending here, we got Keegan Dysart. He says Kellen Moore is gonna ruin Saquon's career like he did for Zeke and Eckler. I don't agree because I don't think that they're comparable running backs whatsoever. Saquon is a beast and he's still in the prime of his career. Zeke and Eckler, Zeke had been falling out of it for a while and Eckler's been battling injuries since he was born. Like, I feel like this is not a good comparison. Anyway, guys, that is gonna do it for me reacting to your sports take for episode, we'll say 600 of this. If you guys did enjoy it, make sure to show support. If you want to see more, make sure to let me know. But in the meantime, I'm gonna get this edited so you guys can watch it on time, and I hope you all have a safe and happy Memorial Day weekend. Should have a video out for you Monday. If I don't, I'll for surely see you Wednesday on this channel. But with that all being said, take care, and I'll see you in the next upload.